Hi, I'm Alice, and this is Plant Slut, because that's the name I thought was good. I'm going to be pulling a bit of a Betsy, because if you've watched my first video, my voice sounded really nervous, but I didn't really feel that nervous. So I'm going to try and get drunk instead and see how that goes and what effect it has on video quality. So today's video, if you've read the title, it's gonna be a bit of an intro. I feel like given that there's all these videos coming on all at once from plant people everywhere, which is great, thought I'd jump on board. But you don't really get a feel for the person. Like, I feel like we built up these relationships or perceived relationships with prominent plant YouTubers. We sort of feel like we know them and whatever. So I thought I'd do a bit of a, hey, this is me, Alice, drinking. And I thought I'd sort of do what I sort of have planned for the channel and maybe like my top 3 plants, but that's tricky. So I am Alice. I live here in Adelaide. I live with my mum and sister in this house. And these are my plants. I'll probably do a house plant tour eventually. But yeah, mostly they're in my room, and that's where we are. So a bit about me. The past 2 years, I studied a diploma of horticulture and a certificate 3 in horticulture at TAFE, and that was really great. I did lots of different subjects, so there was a lot of plant ID, which I really enjoy, you know, the little words for each individual little section of a plant, which is fun. I'll probably do some videos on that sort of thing. We did a lot of propagation, obviously. I know a fuck ton about soil, which isn't all that handy with indoor plants, but I think I'm also gonna maybe do a bit of outdoor plant stuff. My boyfriend and I do a lot, well, we try to do quite a bit with food gardening, and yeah, so it comes in handy there. What else? Hydroponics was something that I really enjoyed. If anybody does hydro, chuck a Hoyer in there, because like they just went bonkers. We did like a green wall type project, yeah, and they went fucking mental. So just hot tip, chuck a Hoyer on your green wall. Yeah, and so this year I am studying a Bachelor of Science with a major in plant biology, and obviously I'm not going at the moment. We had 2 weeks of just fully online classes, and now it's actually the holidays, so I've got 2 weeks of nothing or catching up on the lectures I haven't watched yet. But yeah, as far as I know, we're going back in, what is it, you know, a week and a half online, which has been really fucky because I'm doing subjects like introductory chemistry and molecular basis of life, which is basically introductory bio, and it is fucked up. Like, we've got practicals that we just do online. We watch a video, answer some questions, and that's like, oh, now I know how to use a doodad. I just watched a video on me. But yeah, for the channel, I wanted to do something else I really enjoyed. Last year was going out into like national parks and identifying plants based on, you know, their features, and, you know, I mean, I found that really interesting, and I've got some books, I think, and some like a bunch of resources, and so I like to watch this guy called Crime Pays but Botany Doesn't, and he goes out, he's been to Australia, he does a lot in the US, particularly California, the West Coast, and he went to New Caledonia recently, and he's really, really cool. So if you don't follow him and you're into plants, not just like indoor plants, totally go and check him a follow, because he's amazing. I want to be able to do some of that here, because I've sort of looked it up, and like there's quite a few people in the US who do that sort of thing. He does it the best, obviously. He just like swears and is cool. And I hope to be able to do some of that on the channel. Yeah, so like some outdoor stuff, some, you know, national park type stuff, quite a lot of indoor stuff, because I can't really leave the house at the moment. But yeah, I want to be able to do more than just indoor stuff, you know. So many people just do indoor stuff, and that's great, and I love that, but there's just so much more to the world. I also feel like there's a lot of straight people who do plant stuff, and that's cool, but like intersectionality is also cool, and I just wanted to like, oh no, there's totally faggots, there's heaps of faggots. Anyway, I'm trans, and I just wanted to like make sure that was out there before we got started. Yeah, so I guess we'll do, I'm out of wine, but got more wine. I just did want to quickly cover some like points of reference or whatever, so that if I'm ever like obviously stealing from someone, you can be like, that bitch is stealing from someone. So yeah. One, obviously Crime Pays but Botany Doesn't. I'm just gonna go out and swear at plants. Totally stolen content, but like me doing it. Heart-shaped leaves. If it isn't already obvious, my editing style is entirely stolen from Casey and Rachel. Or at least I tried really hard to steal theirs. Kaylee Ellen inspired me to say fuck on YouTube, and I admit to that, and I want to thank her for like just cursing. Summer Rain Oaks. Obviously, I'm a gorgeous young woman on the YouTube with the plants. If that isn't stolen content, I don't know what is. And Betsy Begonia. Genius. Like, drinking and swearing, Kaylee Ellen and Betsy Begonia. Like, that's what I plan to mostly do on YouTube. So there we go. I've spoken to these people before, but there was like Jesse's Plants and someone else, like the only two Australian plant YouTubers. And this other chick was like really great, but she hasn't made anything for ages. So whatever. Yeah. I just feel like Australians are underrepresented in plant YouTube. So I guess we'll get on with a top 3. I might actually make it a top 5. Alright, well, in no particular order, except for the order that I think of them. Just gonna move these little... I got some kangaroo fern rhizomes today, so like, don't judge, I haven't killed them yet. But they're not one of them. This guy. This is Ficus bengalensis. I believe the cultivar Audrey is a cultivar of Ficus bengalensis. So it's got the softest bitch leaves. I got this guy. I worked briefly at a plant sale. And I got this guy when she was here, and she's grown up to there. She's like doubled in size at least. She's my fave. She's just so soft. Love a soft leaf. It's also really cool because she does get dusty, but because she's soft, you can just look at it and be like, oh, look at how soft that leaf is. And you can even pat it and the dust is soft. So that's nice. You know, you have other plants that get dusty and you're like, that's gross. But this one, you're like, oh, it's just a trichomes. But it's not, it's dust. Okay. We're gonna move it. I love this guy. He's a bit oily. I sprayed recently. This is Monstera deliciosa, obviously. But a friend actually grew him from seed, which is amazing. And so it's one of my faves. Even though it's like basic as fuck and it doesn't even have fenestrations yet, but you know, I might grow it from seed, so how could you not love it? Got a little philodendron white knight. I'm not gonna bring it out. My boyfriend got it for me, so it's special. Up there, got a Thalmatophyllum goldii over in that corner. Probably not a fave, but a cool guy. Got a Thalmatophyllum bipinatophyllum, which I grew from like a 2-node on a 2 about that big cutting. So he's pretty cool. He's got 3 leaves now. Also that fucking rabbit's foot fan, Davalia, whatever, grows so fast. So that's cool. Love that. Actually, this guy, which is a Thalmatophyllum Xanadu that I've had for ages, and I've just they sort of put out offsets at the base, and I've just plucked them out every time he puts one on. So he's got this nice chunk now. He's actually split, it's easy to see from the back, into 2 directions of growth. So I think that's really cool. He's going to be like a branching Xanadu now. I mean, he's basic as fuck. we've had him, he lived outside for like ages. I killed one of his brothers recently that lives outside. But yeah, I just think it's just, the whole Thalmata thing is really cool. Like, there's this, just like a whole other genus of wands hidden. I mean, they're everywhere. You see it, like, them being split and combined all the time. But this guy's like such a common dude that he's like a great example of genes and shit. So I've actually got I might do a full like Thalmata video because I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 species. Did you know that this is an actual species? I always thought that it was some kind of miniature cultivar of Bipinatophytum, but it's not. It's actually a separate species called Thalmatophyllum xanadu, and it's in like the phylogenetic study that they did on Thalmatophyllum, and it's so crazy. I had no idea until like a couple of, like last week or something, I actually finally read the article, the journal article where they split them. And yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, I had no idea that was a species. Apocynaceous bastards. This guy is Cynantium marinarianum. And it's like the longest bitch ever. I might try and get close-ups of these in a separate video, but like, I'm gonna focus on that with a figure like that. No? Anyway, it's like this sort of grey, blue, green, sort of mottled motherfucker. And I actually maybe just like half hour ago ordered another one to shove into the pot, so he's a little fuller. But it's like my favorite plant right now. It did come today, so you know, I could change my mind. But it's pretty fucking cool, if you ask me. And I've got it in a Coles refried beans can. That is the secret to finding the perfect pot. If you don't have the right size terracotta, I love terracotta, but if you don't have the right size terracotta, there's probably something that you could put a hole in with a nail in the recycling. And that is where that guy came from. There's always the perfect size pot in the recycling, I can guarantee you. Unless you've just emptied it, and then probably not. And this other guy is this one that came earlier. Is this the... No, this is not the one that I showed in the other video. But this is what I think is Cynantium stoloniferum. But it was sold as Sarcostemma socotrainum. And that is a plant from Socotra, which is an island off of Yemen, which is like one of the biodiversity hotspots of the world. There's like the southwest Western Australia, there's South Africa, maybe, like the Cape Province, I think. And then there's like Socotra. Anyway, not important. So it's like quite a rare plant. So I don't think that is this. I came across Sarcostemma stolonifera, which is what I thought this was until I looked at, there's a website called the Plant List, and if you're ever not sure if the name you're using is a correct name, go to the Plant List because it's updated all the time with the most current name. And Sarcostemma is like basically 6 or something species now. and most of them have been moved over to Sainantium. So what once was Sacrostemma stolonifera is now Sainantium stoloniferum, and that is what I think this is. Long story short, Alice, keep it simple. You're being an idiot. Alright. Oh, one more, I swear. Maybe. Okay, sure. Before I get to this one, I do just want to say, once again, I totally credit Summer Oaks for introducing. Okay, sure. Battery died, but as I was saying, maybe I'm not sure where it cut off because I didn't check, and I should have. But totally, 100%, well, 98% credit Summer Oaks for introducing us all to green sticks. Or, what are we? Apocynaceous green sticks. Because I'm a fan, not gonna lie. So the last plant that is also a very, it's a favorite, I guess, is my Peperomia incana, which again, they're soft fucking leaves. I don't know if you're getting that, but I'm a fan of soft leaves, green sticks, Hoya, begonias, also. That's about all of my interests. I'm probably going to film another video straight after this, because I meant to do that last time and then I got sick. Not with the thing, just a little bit sick. So I didn't. So I'm probably going to do one straight after this. Fill up my phone's memory. And pass out. Bye.